Hi, my friends. This is Lada from astrolada.com, and this is your weekly horoscope from the 4th till the 10th of February. But actually, it's way more than that because the information I will give you, which is concerning the new moon in Aquarius, is going to affect you the whole month. Basically, the next, especially strongly the next 2 weeks. So, till the middle, till in the middle of February, it's going to be active because when there is a new moon, the energy of the transits that are happening on that new moon, which is happening on Monday on the 4th, basically, but the energies get imprinted and influence the whole month. So it's like the next 28 days, basically, the lunar month. So it's like a birthday of the month, so to speak. Just like on our birthdays, the transits on our birthday gets imprinted into our solar return chart so we can predict the year ahead from the transits that happen on our birthday. The same way, on new moons, we can see how the whole month ahead is going to, on a general level for everyone, is going to play out. And because it is new moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is about community. Aquarius is about connecting with others. I decided to go live. I haven't gone live, I don't know in how many months, because the ruler of my ascendant is transiting the 12th house. So I've been incognito. I've been private and hiding from everyone. But because now there's so many planets in my first house, the moon and Mercury in Aquarius, and Aquarius about communities, I'm trying to connect with you, my lovelies. And when Saturn goes into Aquarius from next year, I'll be doing lives all the time. But for now, let me be a bit of a hermit for a few more months till the end of the year, till Saturn moves out of my 12th house. I still need some privacy. This is an exception this month that I'm coming live. And at the end of this recording, I would take some answering questions. So I'm not going to get distracted now looking at the chat, but thank you so much. I see amazing things. Happy birthday to you, Lolita. And the Queen of Astrology is alive. Is live. Okay, live. Thank you, Morocco. That's long gone are the times when I was the princess. Now it's the queen. Then I'll be the queen mother. But thank you. I love you so much, guys. So let's see what this new moon in Aquarius is going to bring. And by the way, I'm not doing February video horoscopes because we were all sick in in January, all the kids, us. It's basically I could not do that. We just recovered basically, but I've done written horoscopes for you for February together with my teacher. It's 100 pages for $7.99. You can check them out. I'll put a link below. And every month onwards, I'll be making video and written horoscopes. The written will be much more in depth, and there will be one for each of the 12 signs. This one is for all 12 signs. There is for every sign. So I'm basically selling all the 12 signs in one now, in one big package, which is 100 pages, and written by my teacher personally and beautifully presented. They're part of a book basically, and a magazine that she's translated from Bulgarian, so really high quality. And we'll be doing those more and more because I want something written, because some people prefer to have it written day by day. All right, and you can keep it like all those transits that you read there. You can have them forever after that and know when such a transit is coming, how it's going to influence you, because transits repeat themselves. But let's see what is this week bringing. Of course, it's starting with the new moon, which impacts the whole month ahead, especially the next 2 weeks. And new moons are about new beginnings. And this new moon is fantastic. And I told you, February is one of the easiest and most pleasant months this year. Before all the planets starts going retrograde, all planets are moving direct in February. It continues. So full speed ahead, a lot of new ideas, and especially now around the new moon, the next 2 weeks, those new ideas, they start germinating. You start acting on them. So for everyone collectively, very good time for new beginnings, guys. The planets are so well aligned this month. Occasionally there is like a difficult transit, difficult aspect that happens, but but throughout the whole month, there is no eclipses, there is no craziness like in August was happening. In January. Why do I keep talking about August? In January, I usually like when there is more action. I like more challenging aspects and transits, some eclipses, because this is when the big life changes happen in life. But usually with surprises and stresses. Last month in January, I can tell you that it was life changing for me. The eclipse fell exactly opposite my ascendant, and something that was long overdue to get out of my life, that I had to remove from my life, I finally managed, and I've struggled for 20 years. So I'm like, thank you, God. Like, it's divine blessing. It's, the eclipses can bring those huge changes, but now February is peaceful. It's new beginnings are coming the next 1 week, the next 2 weeks as well. It's very harmonious energy. Over the whole February, almost we're under the influence of Neptune sextile Saturn, which is a rare and very positive aspect. And I spoke in the previous week video about it. Please check it because it continues to be extremely active this week as well. But we have also another very positive new moon that imprints, it influences for 2-3 weeks. Okay, so let's see quickly. Let me share the screen and see the calendar, the 2019 calendar that I've created. It's 30% off, guys. It's 109 pages e-calendar. You get this, and you have all the months, all the aspects and transits ahead as well. So here we see the new moon in Aquarius. Saturn becomes visible almost to the end of the year. Fantastic. So this week, Saturn is starting to get visible. Saturn is extremely strong when it turns from invisible to visible. So it's moving further away from the sun to become visible. So it's the rebirth of Saturn. So a lot of new beginnings. And by the way, Mercury becomes visible next week, but the week before that, it also becomes powerful. So we have a lot of new births those next 2 weeks. A lot of new beginnings in a powerful, positive way. And you see, the whole week, we only have absolutely beautiful aspects. Sun sextile Jupiter, Mercury sextile Mars, Mercury sextile Uranus. I mean, it's fantastic. Mercury sextile Jupiter, and they all get imprinted on the new moon, basically. All those influences, even though some at the start of the week, some are at the end of the week, because of the new moon imprints them for the whole next month, for them to be very powerful. So I call this new moon the new moon of sextiles, the new moon of opportunities and chances, because everything is in sextiles around. Plus, it's the Neptune sextile Saturn, which happened the end of January, but it's active the whole month. And here we have what the sextiles mean, but the whole week will be definitely very good for matters regarding work, career, starting new beginnings. Just wait for the moon to become visible. So new beginnings from after Tuesday evening. When the moon becomes visible, then you basically allow those new beginnings to start happening. So already Mercury sextile Jupiter from the start of the week, very optimistic, feel good. The whole week it's imprinted, and the next 2 weeks gives good judgment, expanding in knowledge outlook, fantastic to learn new things, fantastic for business of any sorts, fantastic for expanding big business, for legal and international affairs, favorable for education, for any travels. The whole week this influence is active. Good beneficial information can come through, good for collaborating with others, favorable for business travel. And then we have Saturn becoming visible, maybe a few days before or after in different areas of the world, depending on the air quality. But when Saturn becomes visible for everyone, people ruled by Saturn, like Capricorn or Aquarius ascendant or Sun Moon, can manifest more. So this is good news for all of you Capricorn or Aquarius ruled people, because you can start manifesting more, me inclusive. Finally, while Saturn was invisible, I was sick. My whole family was sick. That's why I hid even more, because I'm Saturn ruled. So now you can manifest, you can come out, you can start seeing results, and you can start new things. Anyone that is Capricorn or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you can be more productive, and your health and vitality can strengthen as well. I'm just going to stop that so you can see me, because you probably missed my face. But yeah, everything is there. I'm gonna go by heart. I'm not gonna read what I've written. So yeah, so Saturn becoming visible this week is fantastic for anyone who is ruled by Saturn. For any, if you want to start some Saturnian business or activity, it's fantastic. Something to do with trees, something to do with wood, something to do with with leather, something to do with paper that you write on, something to do with structure, with construction. If you're going to build foundations of something, if you're going to, Saturn is definitely rules anything architectural and structures of any sort. When Saturn becomes visible, it's fantastic to do those things. Something to do with older people, initiating new beginnings with such things. Something to do with authorities or institutions or people in authority or institutions or with more experience. It can be a good time to approach such people, to talk with them, to do something, you know. And don't forget that Saturn continues to be sextiled by Neptune. So such people that are Saturn ruled are getting also the help. So Aquarius, Capricorn are getting the help of Neptune to their planet to feel more chill, to feel more, to get some more divine inspiration, to be more imaginative as well, and almost by magic to receive some help. But for everyone, and everyone actually, many people are ruled by Saturn because they are everyone that is working class who has to work for to pay their bills is Saturn ruled. You know, it's funny enough, the sun rules very small number of people. I mean, it's the kings, the rulers, the celebrities, the royalties. Saturn is almost all of us, the working class, the poor communities, the, like Trifon said, black people are ruled by Saturn. Maybe that's a derivation from ancient astrology, because that's when they, unfortunately, that's when they were like the servants and everything. But nowadays we're all servants, we're all working. So as you saw, while Saturn was invisible, what happened in the States, salaries were stopped for the working class because government, and Saturn also rules institutions and governments that control and that have rules and regulations that control the hoi polloi, the normal people. So the government shut down and people could not get paid. And now Saturn is becoming visible, it's open up again. So things improve for those working class people, like, you know, and anything Saturnian, again, as I said, it's a good thing to start from this week. This week, wait till the middle of the week, till the moon becomes visible. And also Saturn rules some house for anyone. So it means that some area in their life might have been a bit not happening, or a bit kind of slumbering, or a bit needs a renewal and will be reborn when Saturn becomes visible now. And what is it? Go according to your ascendant. After that, check your moon and sun sign, but the ascendant usually is the most specific. But yes, if you're Aries, rising sun or moon, Saturn rules your 10th and 11th house as a ruler of Aquarius and Capricorn, traditionally speaking. So now when it's becoming visible over the next 2 weeks, you can have a rebirth and new beginnings, so new ideas connected to your career, strengthening the ability to manifest in your career, strengthening and the ability to create a stronger networks, maybe new friends or new connections can appear, new opportunities for gains, financial and social economic goals, the 11th house. If you're Taurus, Saturn rules your 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. So if there were some difficulties or inability to manifest in regards to your career gain, social status, work, or in regards to something connected to legal matters, travels, foreign countries, higher educations, well, now it can manifest, now it can be renewed, it can be a renewal of those areas, new direction, new ideas, ability to manifest. If there were some problems with teachers, father figures, again, the 9th and 10th houses. If you're Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Saturn becoming visible over the next 2 weeks means that you're going to be able to manifest better and to see results or to initiate new things in regards to matters concerning your 9th house, which is foreign travel, higher education, legal matters of some sort, new ideas of some sort, relationships with father figures, relationships with people in faraway places. Or the 8th house, mutual resources, money from clients, but money that comes to you from others, from business partner or from marriage partner. Maybe your marriage partner had some problems financially or something. This should start improving when Saturn becomes visible. Maybe your business mutual resources with someone or money from client disappeared or became difficult to access. Now such things should improve, or taxes, inheritances, insurances. And Cancer as well. Then 8th and 7th house, Saturn becomes visible for Cancers, 8th and 7th house. So over the next 2 weeks, if there are some complications with insurances, inheritances, taxes, you can manifest more easy. You can renew, you can start new beginnings with inheritances or with something connected to partners, resources, money from clients, help from other people. Now it can manifest, now it can come. Now you can be renewed if there was blockage there. And also the 7th house, anything connected to partnerships, relationships, contracts, agreements, relationships with husband, wife, with business partners, one-to-one clients. If there was some blockage, the ability to reach audience or the ability to communicate with someone, the ability to some kind of agreement or contract or some kind of uh, collaboration, now it can manifest, so it can be renewed, or it can start anew in some way, or it can start manifesting more. If you're Leo, your 7th and 6th house are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn becoming visible, it means that over the next 2 weeks, if there were any complications with your relationship, personal or business, or if they were just kind of weak, or they were not or even if your partner, business or personal marriage partner, was not performing too well, maybe was under the weather, should improve now. Anything connected to relationships, to agreement, to contracts, to business deals, to signing of some agreements, to collaborations with someone, should strengthen or improve or start manifesting and giving more positive results when Saturn rises, when Saturn becomes visible. Those partners and those partnerships become more active. And then also the 6th house, your sometimes the 6th house also rules that your enemies, and when it becomes visible, it means that your enemies becomes more visible as well, or matters concerning death, or matters concerning health issues can become more visible. So sometimes, planet becoming visible is not always perfect. But also it's work. So maybe if you're not able, maybe if you're working something behind the scenes, now you can manifest it more. Now you can take control over of it more with your working processes, and with managing your health, you can show more discipline and strength now as well. If you're a Virgo, it's the same. It's the 6th house and the 5th house. So anything to do, Saturn becoming visible now in your as the ruler of your 6th house, means that if there were some issues regarding your health, regarding your work, or regarding your colleagues, they can start improving, or that you can use more self-discipline there. And also if there were some issues with your love life, they can kind of untangle a bit more. They can become more productive, more able to manifest. Maybe you retreated from the love scene, or from the scene of expressing feelings, or from having fun and romantic periods. Maybe they were not manifesting much when Saturn was invisible, but now it becomes visible again. And then for Libra, Saturn is the ruler of the 5th and the 4th. So matters if there were any complications with children, or if there were some difficulties with romantic partners, or lack and invisibility of such pleasures, fun, enjoyable activities, now they become more possible to manifest. So is romantic life. And also your 4th house, if there were some blockages in the ability to something to do with property, with home, with family, moving ahead with such plans and goals, maybe it was put at the back of your mind, but now Saturn, the ruler of your 4th house, becomes visible, and it becomes visible in the 4th house as well. So these things can start manifesting. Your home, your family plans with changes there of some sort, you can start making an impact. If you're Scorpio, Saturn rules your 3rd and your 4th houses. So matters regarding your family, home, property can start moving, can start manifesting, can be reborn, renewed in some way. Place of living, caring, nurturing of some sort. And matters regarding travels, 3rd house, matters regarding some collaborations, some associations, matters regarding sales, marketing, advertising, Now it's a good time to do it because Saturn was your third house and it's becoming visible there. So do those over the next 2 weeks. Sales, advertising, marketing, some short travels, some networking, some communications, some if some projects connected to commerce, to administrative tasks will put you know at the background. Now they'll come to the forefront again to be implemented, or some relationships with siblings, with friends, with teammates, workmates, colleagues, they can be also stimulated and they can start giving good results. They can start manifesting, or some project if you're doing in a small group environment now, it can start happening. If it was delayed or if it was kind of invisible for a bit, or you couldn't start working on it, or if there were some problems with relationship with such people. All right, if you're Sagittarius, the same as Scorpio, like I said, the third house. You can listen to Scorpio, what I say about the third house, plus second house. So Saturn rules your second house as well. So it means that it becomes visible there. If you can renew your finances or financial plans, you can renew your sources of security and stability. You can start like new directions in that. You can have some support or strengthen them or improve them, stabilization of finances and stabilization of something connected to the security of your life and family overall, and possessions and assets of some sort. If you're Capricorn, the same as Sagittarius, because Saturn rules your second house, so there can be improvement of your finances when Saturn becomes visible. The possibility to start some new resources there. Listen to Sagittarius as well, but also Saturn is your sign, your planet, and Saturn becoming visible, as I said at the start, is very good for you. You'll feel again more strength, more power, the ability to start. Maybe you're feeling it already, the ability to start new things more. If there is some health issue, even it can improve because Saturn is becoming visible in your first house, your health, yourself, your vitality, new beginnings. Now is a good time for Capricorns to initiate new beginnings. Your planet is becoming visible. You can start manifesting and seeing the results to start something. So this is very auspicious week for you Capricorns. Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun or moon people. And not only that, but Venus is entering your sign, Capricorn. So wow, you're blessed for the next 1 month, because I know Saturn Capricorns have been actually one of the most stressed signs recently, because with Saturn is there, the South Node, Pluto, these are all very intense energies of big transformations, of letting go of the past. There was eclipses in Capricorn, but now it's such a huge relief for you for a month, I know. But Saturn is becoming visible. You can see your power coming back, and if you felt like almost invisible for the last 2 months, so that your efforts that you put into something are not giving results, or it's kind of like throwing things at the wind, because it was a time to rest while Saturn is invisible, your planet. It was a time to rethink your whole life and direction in life. And now when Saturn is becoming visible in your first house, it's time to start working on those new beginnings and actually to start seeing the results of those efforts. And now you're going to feel like no longer something is taking your power away, because till now Saturn was invisible. The sun took away its power, its light, basically. Some circumstances out of your reach that maybe you couldn't influence, but now you're going to come into your power again, Capricorns. So initiate new things, go ahead, and for Aquarius as well, Saturn is the planet that rules them together with Uranus, but Saturn is the visible planet that rules them. So it definitely rules their health, their physical strength, their vitality. So you're going to start feeling more vitalized now. Aquarius, and I said this at the beginning, Saturn becoming visible, it's good for new beginnings for you. Not only that, also the sun is currently in Aquarius till the 18th of February. So, and the new moon that's happening in Aquarius, which we'll talk about again, because I'm doing 2 predictions for everyone. The new moon that's happening in Aquarius will definitely vitalize you, will definitely, whether you're ascendant Aquarius, sun or moon, you feel like this, I'm being reborn. Your planet is being reborn with new ideas. It went to Council with the sun. Saturn went to Council with the king. So it came back. The king, the sun is the channeling of divine intelligence, divinely inspired ideas. So the sun infused into Saturn divine inspiration. I personally was so many new ideas since Saturn started becoming visible for the last 1 week. It's ridiculous. I've been like total new programming as an Aquarius rising. So fantastic to new beginnings. Wait for Saturn to become for the sun. Sorry, to for the moon to become visible from Tuesday, Wednesday onwards, and you'll start moving forward. And the Saturn rules your 12th house as well. If there was some, as a ruler of your 12th house, when Saturn becomes visible, it can mean that if there was something that's connected to foreign countries, some affairs connected to foreign countries, to research, to foreign travels, now they can start giving results. So now you can renew those, so you can start acting on those things, because while Saturn was invisible, those 12th house matters, you could not much make them happen, whether it's planning trips to faraway countries or whether it's some research that you're doing. Okay, and Pisces, Saturn is for you the ruler of the 11th and the 12th houses. So it's the same for the 12th house, like what I said for Aquarius. You can listen to that. I don't want to make this video too strong, but also Saturn becoming visible as the ruler of your 11th house is fantastic in regards to starting being able to manifest and to having renewed ideas in regards to gains and earnings. This is the 11th house that Saturn rules and becomes visible in. Some new possibilities and opportunities for gainings or earnings can appear for you over the next couple of weeks. Not only that, but you'll be able to make it happen. It's also, if there are some if you could not be very social and attend and meet friends while Saturn was invisible as the ruler of your 11th house, so your social life was put at the at the back because it could not manifest. Now it can get renewed. Also a friendship can get renewed, or a new friendship can appear, a new benefactor can appear of some sort that can or an important social contact of some sort. And the 11th house is social and economic goals that we have as well. So you can get kind of start cracking and doing some new economic goal of some sort to be able to start manifesting your long-term goals. Because while Saturn, the ruler of the 11th, was invisible, maybe you were preparing for it, but maybe you could not really manifest those goals. Now it can start happening. And now let's talk a little bit about the new moon, and we'll go through all the 12 signs and see how the new moon will affect each of the 12 signs. Well, it's happening here in Aquarius. Sun and moon are joining together, which means that for the next 2 weeks, there are new beginnings for everyone in certain area of their life. But this new moon is fantastic because and Mercury is there, by the way, together with the sun, moon, another very beneficial planet in a air sign, lots of communication. New moons in Aquarius definitely are good for anyone collectively if they want to do some, to grow or to initiate some big project, collective project, political or social project, or large group initiative or lecture of some sort, where you're gathering large groups of people on networks, or creating of some networks for everyone generally, all the 12 signs. After the new moon, which means after Monday, so Tuesday, Wednesday onwards, you might get great ideas to expand your network and influence over others, because this collectively for everyone is the energy of Aquarius. So especially people that are in media or that are somehow connected to, for them it's very important to reach out to clients and to large groups of people, whether with newsletters, whether with advertising, whether with some message. This is going to really empower them, this new moon, because, and I would advise you, do such things like launch a newsletter or launch something to connect on a large scale with others once the moon becomes visible. Do it Wednesday, Thursday, and then not only that, but Jupiter is here. making a sextile to those 3 planets through the new moon. That means that the whole next 2 weeks, or the whole lunar month that's starting now for the next 28 days, will have this very gentle, uplifting influence of Jupiter sextiling the new moon. So large-scale projects, Aquarius, started now, will get the support of Jupiter. Very easy. Whether it's you're announcing a retreat or a webinar, whether it's you're announcing some project, good for that. You know, Aquarius rules the marketplace, where you go and announce products and ideas to large groups of audiences. It's the economy system, it's the business systems, it's the markets now. It's the internet, where you go and announce things, you know, and you reach large groups of people. So this is fantastic, and you're gonna receive a lot of support if you do this now. Or if you just want to organize something with your friends, or reach out to your community and connect with people as well, or renew some contacts, this is collectively for everyone great. Plus Jupiter sending a sextile there from the 11th, from the where the new moon is. It's again carries the energy of networks, communities, because the 11th from anything has the energy of Aquarius, which is the 11th sign. So again, things can go viral very easy now, whether it's campaigns, whether it's something you write, whether it's something that you want to reach large groups of people. It just happens with ease. Some magical forces through the sextile. Sextile indicates Venus energy through ease. Jupiter indicates help from invisible realms. You know, it's good luck, basically. It's and opportunities. So I would say for contact, for friendships, for networking, for communicating, for connecting, for letting your ideas reach others and presenting to large groups of people, to connecting with like-minded people, the next 2 weeks are a fantastic time, guys. Of course, you might have some difficult aspects yourself. I mean, you might have personally in your chart something difficult that's stressing you. For example, let me share, and you can see only your own personal transit that no one else in the world is going to have. Here it is, the chat from here from my website. Some of you have registered already, some of you haven't. If you haven't, just go here. It says register. I've already registered. Here's my, and I've unlocked my 12 transits for a month, for 6 months ahead. But usually you get 7 days ahead for free. And you can see if this new moon is going to affect you the whole month ahead. If around those days you're having a sun transit, and the sun transits are in yellow, and you see around the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, around those days, watch, and you see I'm just looking at random horoscope here. You see he's going to have a yellow transit, the sun aspecting Jupiter, the sun square moon. So definitely this new moon activates his horoscope extremely powerfully in a very positive, and it activates the new moon, will activate you in a very easy way if the sun is making trine or sextile or conjunction. Here is the description: conjunction, sextile, or trine. And it will activate very easy new beginnings for you, and you can click here and read to know more specifically for you how it's going to affect you. Plus add the meaning of the new moon that I'm talking about, that they're new beginning, that it's going to bring easy access and expansion to things. And if it's a hard aspect like this one that he's having, sun square moon, well, the hard aspect of the square and the opposition, it means that again there'll be a new beginning in your life that is going to be triggered, but it's not going, it might push you out of your comfort zone. It might stress you a little bit, but again, very positive, because the new moon generally is very positive, you know. Sorry, I'm trying to find out. Because the new moon energies are very positive, even if it triggers you with a difficult aspect, some point in your horoscope, it's still going to lead to good results. It's still going to lead to good new beginnings of expansion, of connection with others. It's a very social new moon. It's a very social, it's a very, and the 11th of anything is gainful and full of rewards. So new beginnings that over time. It might be over 6 months, or it might be immediately, that give you some very rewarding and gainful results. So we'll speak what new beginnings are good for each one of you of the 12 signs, but generally for everyone, any kind of new beginnings, do that. It will help you expand your circle of friends. It will help expand your circle of influence. It can bring to you a new, very beneficial contact or benefactor. This is the 11th house, people that want to help us. It's the house of friendship. Friendship is not only someone that you sit and drink your coffee with and laugh and gossip. Friendship is someone who will help you in a difficult moment, or who sees your potential even when you don't do, who believes in you and helps you. So it might not be a close friend. It might be just someone who believes in your business idea. It might be someone that believes in your talent. It might be someone who you feel is like from your tribe, or has similar like-minded ideas or interests like you. So this is good time, this new moon, for anyone collectively to connect with such people, to reach out to others. And I'm starting a newsletter, guys. I'm very excited. I haven't done newsletter in a long time, and it's funny, I haven't even looked at this new moon. And it's like I don't look much often at my things, but it seems like it's the perfect time to start a newsletter. So those of you who want to be part of it, where I'll be giving a lot of free, interesting stuff, they can try my website 2-3 days from now, or anyone who has registered for the transit calendar, they will receive the newsletter. For the free transit calendar, if you've registered, you don't have to subscribe to the newsletter. It will come. You can unsubscribe if you don't want it. So yes, and also going and being part of some large groups, like if friends invite you somewhere over the next 2 weeks, go. Or if you get invited to some event, if you get invited to somewhere where you're in social situation, go, because you don't know that some kind of a support can come to you from there. Some idea can come, the sixth out in an easy way, or someone you can meet that can help you. Something beneficial, benefactory that can turn rewarding for you in some way. So for everyone, this new moon does this. At the same time, the new moon is with Mercury, so there is a strong communicative factor there. Again, as I said, it's good to, this 11th house trine from Jupiter to the new moon indicates also that achievement of goals, the setting of new goals, starting new goals, and being able to achieve them, goals that lead to financial or economic rewards or social rewards of some sort, like social recognition. But now let's see how this new moon, which, and if it's going to, everyone is going to affect them in some area of their life. But those that will feel it the most, as I said, are the ones that the sun during next week is making an aspect of any sort. It's just the sun is the yellow lines, the yellow bars. He's making an aspect of any sort to any of their points or planets. So that makes it much more personal and specific for you, And by the way, I'll develop for you a lot other new such over the next 1 year. It will be faster this time. Tools to use for free, because I want to make astrology not some forbidden, occult, super difficult, full of squiggles and scratches and symbols thing. I want to make it very universal, very Aquarius. Astrology used to be very scorpionic, occults, hidden. And nowadays we give it more and more an Aquarius influence, because it has to reach everyone. Aquarius means everyone. It has to serve the whole society. All right. So let's see how this beautiful, supportive new moon of friendships, new moon of financial gains and opportunities is going to get imprinted on each one of you, and how it can help you in what area of life. So check from ascendant first, moon, and sun after that. If you're Aries, this new moon is fantastic in regards to it's happening in your 11th house, so new beginnings in friendships, new beginnings in matters concerning like new goals that will bring gains, that will bring financial remuneration or social recognition more are coming. They're going to be born. You're going to start noticing them. They can be quite progressive, a lot of them, those new ideas. And also new friendships can appear, new social networks. So you can connect with someone who can promote you, or someone who can, in some way, who can promote your business, or someone who can help in some way achieve some goal of yours. The 11th house is the whole house of our hopes and wishes and dreams, like those things that we dream about. 11th house is very much like what the law of attraction, they're talking like dream big and then it will happen. This is the 11th house, and now it's getting activated. So you can, new beginnings, new dreams can come, and some support you'll receive to achieve those. Not only that, but there is support, there is opportunities. It's not going to be a struggle, those new ideas. You can start them over the next 2 weeks with some support and some new friendships or social initiatives. 11th house, you can start, or gainful, we talked about that. And you're going to receive some support, almost like divine guidance from a teacher, from a guru, from a father figure, or just someone wise. 9th house, that gives you advice. So just your inner teacher, your inner intuition. The 9th house is of our higher intuition, can be leading you to the right place at the right times, at the right opportunities, to meet the right people, to get the right idea for the new goal in your life. So titles and honors is the 11th house as well. It might direct you in some way to achieving certain dream or title or honor. Also some traveling or contacting someone who is abroad, or someone who is in a different social status than you, which is the 9th house. Jupiter can be very beneficial and help you, a tutor or advisor, an astrologer, someone of knowledge, a learned person, someone that is some kind of has that you consider, that you respect, or that you consider like an inspiration, can give you this help, or some belief system can help you. Changing your belief system, or gently believing more in your goals, can help start manifesting them. Or just maybe taking some journey or travel can help you, and your goals, and reaching large groups of people, which is the 11th house, might be connected to some journey or some trip that you can easily fulfill or work around about in that direction over the next couple of weeks, or whole month actually. So 11th house here is new beginnings. You can create communities, you can create connections with large groups of people, you can create new beginnings and ideas for gainfulness, for resources, reaching large groups. And this 9th house helps your beliefs, believing stronger, expansive connections with foreigners, with faraway people, with learned people. If you're Taurus, the new moon is happening in your 10th house, Taurus. So fantastic for new beginnings in your career, like a new project in your career, like a new, even some of you might get a new job, and that might happen very easy, because Jupiter is making a sextile from the 8th house, which is a hidden house, like some hidden support. Someone says something nice about you or something, and it brings you a client that actually creates a new, like a hidden, maybe a recommendation from someone, but it's a beneficial, benefactory, but it's something secret, Someone says or does something good for you that brings new clients or new project, or that improves your reputation, the 10th house, or that allows you to renew your reputation. Or someone you can use, or someone's resources, whether mental resources like ideas, or financial or emotional resources like emotional support, can help you. Maybe it might be emotional support from a partner, or financial support from a partner, or something like that, or mental or idea somehow that can help you to achieve some career goal, something towards your reputation. Also, if you have some career business goal, you can receive the investment or the support for it in some way as well. Okay. What else is it? Or maybe someone else's resources can help you and can come towards renewing your ambitions, or towards helping you fulfill your ambitions and vision for your with your worldly actions that you're fulfilling your 10th house for career, whatever. If you're Gemini, this new moon is happening in your 9th house. So over the next month, lunar month, you can have the opportunity to start and to renew this area of your life in a very positive way. Your belief systems will be renewed. You'd receive and you start feeling more optimistic, Geminis. And you've needed that with Saturn transiting your eighth house. It's sometimes that's one of the harder transits of Saturn. But also don't forget that Saturn the whole month is receiving a beautiful aspect from Neptune. So another sextile. So even your difficult eighth house is receiving support and the ability. And watch out my previous week video because I speak about the Saturn Neptune sextile and what you can expect for the whole February. But also, this is now we're adding on another layer of positive influence for February, which is this new moon, which allows you for renewal of your goals, of your ideals. And not only that, the ninth house in particular is your vision for your future. So there is going to be a renewal for your vision for the future. It can be a fantastic time, for example, to watch or to read something that is inspirational, because ninth house is how God talks to us and inspires us and helps us pick ourselves up and discover new horizons and start believing in ourselves again. So maybe you can find like a new coach or a teacher, inspirational figure. It doesn't mean like you have to go and pay someone for that. You can discover them on YouTube, or you can take some lecture online, or you can read some book that really kind of rewires your thinking and that really speaks to you and that really opens doors, the sextile with Jupiter. And those doors can open, the doors that it opens can actually open this rewiring of your brain, of your thinking, of your perception of your future and how you see and envision yourself in your future, which is the ninth house, can open this door towards better improved relationships, or appearing of a partner, or appearing of someone who helps you in business or in personal life, someone like the knight in shining armor of some sort. But definitely something good can happen there. Or also it can mean that there can be some new beginning in regards to higher education, deciding to study something new, deciding to go on a different path of Dharma. The ninth house is Dharma. Dharma is, what it is, who you truly are, what you're meant to do. That's why it's the house of education, because when we find out what we're meant to do, we start studying, we feel inspired towards that. So it can be a new beginning or renewal in regards to your studies. They can be a higher education, pre-qualification, and maybe someone that you communicate. Seventh house, Jupiter helps. So maybe you can have a conversation with someone that changes your mind towards your vision for the future, or someone that expands your vision of the future or helps you rewire it as well. And it can be even your marriage partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, or business partner, or someone, or client, or someone you communicate on a one-to-one basis. The seventh house that kind of acts out like an inspirational figure that helps rewire your brain, and that helps you see a bigger vision for yourself, or that helps you with some plans connected to travels, to foreign countries, to higher knowledge, to education. Ninth house is where they study astrology, where they study law, business, whatever it is. These are your higher studies, your high interests, of that you're truly inspired about. So the gates are opening there, and someone facilitates you, someone helps you in that direction. Plus, it can also mean that a relationship, something can happen that you can work on a new vision with a partnership, with a collaboration with someone, Jupiter in the seventh house, that creates new opportunities, that creates new vision for you, or the new vision and the new opportunities that are appearing in your mind, or some travels that are happening as a possibility with this new moon opening the gate of the ninth house of foreign travel, of expansion of horizons, can lead to very successful partnership or public exposure, or to very successful and easy access to other people, or to the opinions of others. Also ask for the opinions of others. They'll help you more, and they'll help you open doors for you in some way, which is this ninth house. If you're Cancer, the sextile is happening in your eighth and the sixth house. So the new moon, new beginnings are starting for you Cancers in your eighth house. What does it mean? New beginnings, they can be renewal, powerful renewal, Eighth house is some secret situation, let's say, or a new secret situation that's starting to develop. Um, and that means like eighth house is very secretive. Eighth house is secret relationships or liaisons. Eighth house is also the partner's resources, and if they can be the appearance of a new secret relationship or a renewal of such one in communications, and but it goes smoothly. And not only that, but it can even help you uh, solve some problems, sextile to Jupiter in the sixth house. It can help you with your work in some sort as well. It can be good actually to collaborate secretively with someone. I don't mean sexual secret liaisons only. It can be like a secret business or something behind the scenes that is being born um, in collaboration with someone, but it's more private. It's not so into the public eye. That is going to influence well even your work. It can help you with some problem as well. And on another level, these are two very healing houses. Eighth house is total transformation and healing. They can be the possibility of really transforming some stuck situation in your life, cancers. And that the healing is going to come very naturally. It's not going to be like a healing crisis where you first suffer. It's almost going to be like you can wake up one day over the next 2 weeks and you can feel like a powerful release of this new moon that started the eighth house to turn around 180 degrees your feelings about something, your outlook on something that has kept you in a crisis situation for a long time, and almost like basically to go on the other side. If you've been stuck on the bridge for too long, you're able to go on the other side. This new moon can help you with that, and can help even resolve some health problem, Neptune, or some imbalance, or some kind of out of balance situation that has been affecting you emotionally, putting you out of balance, or that has been putting you, sixth house rules anything out of balance, that has been unfair, or that has been even unsavory, or kind of with some I wouldn't say criminal elements, but something with some kind of cringe-worthy elements, let's say. So some turnaround, and that can happen. This eighth house, total transformation, and even secret support that you can receive from someone can help solve such unsavory situations as well. Or maybe something from work, or as well. And also eighth house is big transformation on a psychological level that triggers healing on a physical level in the sixth house as well. So good for healing, for such kind of things, for secret procedures, private procedures of any sort as well. They can go well. On another level, the eighth house is other people's resources. You can now find and get access to another person's resource, whether business partner or marriage partner. Your partner can have a new idea for a new resource that they can easily start implementing of some sort. And the eighth house is your partner's money, so they can receive something, can happen there, like that helps them and that improves in some way, especially if this new moon activates something in your horoscope, or it's inheritances, insurances, investments that you make, the money that you've put with others in some way, money of clients. They can be new beginnings, they new ideas, some good developments that happen, and growth of such things, maybe growth of some investment that you've made, or investment of your partner, some growth, because Jupiter makes the sextile. And if you're trying to, you can have like a good new idea where to invest something, so do that, and that can actually help you. Even borrowing money, six houses to debt, to get into debt. In this case, for the next 2 weeks, if you have to borrow like mortgage or whatever, you can get that in order to finance some investment or something like that, and it's going to go well actually if you do it within the limits of that new moon. Okay, so intimacy, they can be the rebirth of intimacy that actually even helps release some psychological emotional tension there that's happening for you and such. Okay, if you're Leo, the new moon is happening in your seventh house, and especially if the new moon, so the sun, if you see in your personal transits calculator calendar, for 7 days ahead. If you see any sun transit, the yellow bars happening to any of your planets, like I showed you how to do that. Wow, this is going to be very personal for you, Leos. It's happening right. It's affecting you very strongly. So make sure you check that. But this can be the new beginning in regards to, especially if it's conjunct your seventh house or a planet, uh, or conjunct or trine any planet in your horoscope, or sextile, the easy aspect, or even the square, the opposition. Again, it might be a bit more bumpy, but it can get you there. New beginnings in regard to relationships. It can be a new business partnerships that appears that's beneficial because it's sextile by Jupiter, and it's lucky. It's going to be lucky, or if a new marriage partner or relationship partner appears, it's more likely to be a serious one, and that can bring you good and loving romance as well, because Jupiter makes sextile from the fifth house, so that can bring opportunities even for having a child, or for happy romance, for loving romance, unless you're having some really horrible transits at the same time, personal, that can really take away this good influence of the new moon. Um, but otherwise, something important, some new beginnings with business partnerships, in collaboration with someone that is fortunate, fortuitous, that can help you collaborate for some creative projects together. Jupiter in the fifth house, making the sextile, that can help you, a new partnership or renewal of partnership, or renewal of some agreement, or some clients, new clients, seventh house, or some new ideas about clients, or about collaboration of some sort, that or partnerships, that also is being helped by creative ideas. So it's helping with a creative project of yourself to flourish. Or it can mean that there is your partner here, and we have to include children now, because Jupiter rules, Jupiter, the sextile, is in the fifth house. It means that your partner, there can be something new happening in the life of your partner, new idea, they're getting triggered in some new way, and because of that, and it's also helping with the children in some sort, um, and all right. So what if it's and your love life as well? It's good for love life or relationships. What if you're a Virgo? Oh my God, I have 13 minutes. I have to finish, guys, all the 6 signs, because my lovely nanny has to leave. That's the issue with live shooting, because I never have more than an hour or 2 hours to do that. Okay, so Mercury, if you're Virgo, the new moon is happening in your sixth house. New beginnings that can happen in regards to your health, Virgo, at your work. And these will be positive ones. You can renew your health. You can renew some health, exercises or diet of some sort. And that also you can receive a lot of help and support for that from your family. Or if you have some new projects at work, you can even start a new employment of some sort over the next 2 weeks, and it's good. Or start some work project, it's good, and you will receive a lot of support with home and family. Or it can be the new beginnings, or the possibility to get a debt of some sort, sixth house, which can help you with a house loan to get a house of some sort, Jupiter in the fourth house. Or maybe a member of the family, or someone close that you consider like family, can help you with some task, with some errand, with something that you're fixing or trying to improve, this new moon in the sixth house. If you're a Libra, the new moon is happening in your fifth house. There can be new beginnings in your love life now that are positive. And good communication can actually help strengthen your love life, or can help create some new exciting plans for dates, or with your marriage partner or boyfriend, girlfriend. Or you can hear some new plans, Jupiter plans, that affect your romantic life and experiences, or amusement or entertainment in a positive way. So that can be very 2 weeks ahead. That can be very where you can have more fun, where you can find new ways to entertain yourself, where you can have new creative ideas as well, they would involve a lot of communication, maybe some travel, maybe some writing and speaking as well. And it's good if you're trying to present, if you're creative, if you're someone who is writing, because fifth house is creative thinking. The third house is connected to writing, so you can be a very entertaining presenter. You can write much better this week or the next 2 weeks. Some commercial projects that you're trying to do, Jupiter in the third house can really help you with with some creative project that you're doing, and some commercial. You can tie very nicely some commercial activities, third house, marketing, sales, business administrative activities, planning, organizing, meeting, announcements as well, with some project or some creative project or a creative approach or some kind of performance that it can give very good results. And also, it's fantastic, maybe like a trip, a short trip with a loved one or with your children, or some new beginnings in the life of your children that are connected to learning, to studying, or with more communications that you help them in some way, or some new skills. So it can be that you develop a new interest, a new passion in your life is being born, fifth house, which you have to, which will bring opportunities for you to study, to learn more, but also to learn new skills, and that your skills that will tie in very nicely with your interest and with your skills. All right, if you're Scorpio, the new moon is happening in your fourth house. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means that new beginnings in regards to your family life. Well, there can be a renewal of something. You can decide to change something in your home and it's going to go well. Go for it. You can decide to move, or you can decide to change garden or bed, or something like that. Or maybe there can be new beginning and even improvement in your relationships with close ones and family. And Scorpio, Jupiter is sextiling from the second house, which means that you can even find the financial support to make some improvements in your home, in your environment, to do something nice with your family as well. You can receive enough financial resources to bond or to renew a situation with family and home. Plus, it can also indicate that you can, if you're trying to do something with property, with land, or if you're saying real estate, it can be new opportunities there, and which can bring good financial income for you of some sort. Or it can mean that something new you start to do with your family, or some new family idea that you have, a project, or for some new idea for where you want to live, can lead to more financial opportunities in some way, or more stability. It can also mean good food, Jupiter, with family, fourth house. And that's bonding. All right, if you're Sagittarius, the new beginnings, the new moon is happening in your third house. So there can be new possibilities for travel over the next 2 weeks. There can be possibilities for something connected to writing, speaking, to communicating, for some new writing project, for some new marketing, advertising, commercial, business project, administrative projects, some projects with working in a small group with people, which will go well, and which you'll be personally involved with, which will open new doors for you. Or it can mean some collaboration with neighbors, with siblings, with relatives, with teammates, with workmates. That goes well. Collaborate, contact, make contacts, do any kind of marketing, advertisement, sales, promotions. This is third house, media activities, announcements of any sorts, new beginnings of those, because they can lead to opening doors for you. On another level, Jupiter in your first house definitely can bring opportunities for travel, for foreign travels, for new opportunities, for different education and studies, excitement for that. And now you can start on that, acquiring those skills. Third house is also to acquire skills, some new beginnings in regards to a new inspiration, that you go on a path of new skills that you want to acquire now, when it goes well. Or if you have something to do with presentation, to speak in front of people, or training of some sort, or to communicate something important, do it after the new moon, because this new moon for the next 2-3 weeks in your third house can give great results, and you'll be accepted in a good way. All right, if you're Capricorn, the new moon is falling in your second house. So it means renewals and new beginnings in regards to your finances and resources, coupled with the other positive predictions that I did the first part of the video for you, Capricorn. you know, how your planet is becoming visible, and it rules your second house of money anyway. So this financial situation can really start stabilizing, opportunities can come, new ideas to be born there, for assets as well. But not only that, not only your financial situations and assets and possessions and your self-worth, also improvement and renewal of your self-worth, but you can receive some hidden support. Jupiter from the 12th house ascending sextile. Maybe someone can help you, or something that you didn't, maybe something that it can indicate that even something that you spent on 12 house rules to spend something back in the past now can become rewarding for you. Now you can appreciate it more, and you can say, oh, now I see why I spend this energy or help this person, because now it's coming back to me in some way, and they're helping me in some more tangible situation, which is the new moon in the second house, more material, tangible situation. Also, having a contact with someone far away from abroad can help you with some financial idea, can help you with some financial situation, someone from far away, someone invisible that you didn't expect, which is the 12th house of foreigner, or maybe some spiritual visualization can help you attract, because the 12th house is tapping into the invisible, where Jupiter is helping you from there through some kind of visualizations, through some kind of bringing energies from the invisible, or wisdom or advice or guidance from spirits, from a psychic of some sort, a guidance, spiritual guidance that can help you with making the right choices in regards to new beginnings with your finances, in regards to your material security situation of some sort. It can also mean new beginnings in regards to the diet that you eat, changing something in regards to your diet, getting inspired in that. All right, if you're Aquarius, the new moon is happening in your house, especially if you see that the sun is transiting something in your personal transit calendar, like I showed you. It's transiting some planet over the next 7 days, or your ascendant, or your sun, or your moon. Wow, you're gonna feel this so much. Your life can change. If your birthday is around the 4th of February, it means that the next, or the 5th, or even the 6th, or even the 3rd, it means that you're under the influence of a new moon the whole year ahead, Aquarius. Or if your ascendant is around those degrees, but anyone who is Aquarius, it means new beginnings. You, Aquarius, the most will pick up information now. The universe is sending you signs you can download about what is happening, about what's going to happen for the whole next year. So great new ideas. I've been feeling that. I mean, it hasn't been the new moon already. Sorry. Just a second. It hasn't been the new moon already, but it's happening. And you're downloading lots of information, Aquarius. Powerful new beginnings. It's empowering for you. And what's helping you is friends. What is helping you, it can bring more gains, more income for you. It can expand your dreams, and you can even achieve some big dreams. So now is the time for you, Aquarius, to act. This is probably the most auspicious month for you this year. Watch the whole video at the beginning. Everything that I talked about, Aquarius, for the new moon is particularly relevant for you. I'm not going to repeat myself now, but everything that I talk generally about the new moon, it's true for you now. And if you're Pisces, the new moon is happening, that's the last sign, the new moon is happening in your 12th house, and it's receiving sextile to your 10th house. So actually the decision to remove something from your life now can be really good, because it can help you, because new moon is start something new, but 12 houses remove something. So you might get an idea, let me remove something from your life, let me let go of something in your life, and you can be ready for it, and it can help you with forwarding your long-term goals and with forwarding your career. It can help you move your head to visibility, to reputation. It can help you achieve some higher status, or also a person in authority, a person with a lot of high responsibilities, or a person like a boss, someone that stays high, can help you in some way to release something. Someone experienced, like an expert, can help you release something and let go of something, and can help you also, the 12 house rules, new beginnings in regards to foreign travel. Some of you might plan something to faraway travel, or new beginnings in regards to some research or spiritual studies which help with their career. Or if you decide to invest in some foreign travel, if you decide to invest in some, even there might be some expenses that appear, 12th house rules expenses. So those expenses, they'll be good. If the new moon brings new expenses to you, they're good because they would improve your reputation. They'll bring new opportunities for you to grow, to expand, to have more influence. And some spiritual counsel can come to you, 12th house, which also helps you with your reputation, which helps you with your goals and careers and, your career, and authority. So that's from me, guys. I have to go now. I was hoping that I could do for you some Q&A, but I really have to go. I'm so sorry. I told you, just give me one more year before I can do properly lives in a studio. Once I'm able, now I can't do absolutely anything. And so I have to go, and I love you so much. And I hope you enjoyed that one, but it's an awesome new moon. Check out my February 2019 written horoscope. Check out, there's still one more week promotion of all Nicola Stojanovich's courses at 30% off. And of course, that's about it. I'm not promoting anything else. All right. So I love you very much, and I will see you next week.